A new app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base. How TikTok is climbing the download charts, taking on Snapchat and Twitter.
How TikTok is climbing the download charts, taking on Snapchat and Twitter. How TikTok is climbing the download charts, taking on Snapchat and Twitter.
A new app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base, according to an analyst.
A new app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base. A new app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base.
Report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side research firm.
According to an analyst report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side research firm. According to an analyst report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side research firm. A new app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base, according to an analyst report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side research firm.
TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine.
TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine. TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine.
App that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago.
The app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago. The app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago.
TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip-sync along to popular songs.
TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip-sync along to popular songs. TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allows users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine. The app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago. TikTok has broad copyright agreements, allowing users to create music videos in which they lip-sync along to popular songs.
While TikTok first launched in China in 2016, to help expand to the United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidated the two.
While TikTok first launched in China in 2016 to help expand to the United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidated the two. While TikTok first launched in China in 2016 to help expand to United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidated the two.
Now, TikTok boasts 500 million monthly active users, compared with Twitter's 326 million as of the end of its third quarter.
Now, TikTok boasts 5 million monthly active users, compared with Twitter's 326 million at the end of its third quarter. Now, TikTok boasts 500 million monthly active users, compared with Twitter's 326 million as of the end of its third quarter.
While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 million daily active users in the third quarter, its second straight report of sequential declines.
While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 million daily active users in the third quarter, its second straight report of sequential declines. While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 million daily active users in the third quarter, its second straight report of sequential declines.
Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base.
Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base. Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base.
MoffettNathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note.
MoffettNathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note.
TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors.
TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors. Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base. MoffettNathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note. TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors.
ByteDance recently announced it is rolling out a new video messaging app called Duoshan, in which videos disappear after 3 days. It's drawn comparisons.
ByteDance recently announced it is rolling out a new video messaging app called Duoshan, in which videos disappear after 3 days. ByteDance recently announced it is rolling out a new video messaging app called Duoshan, in which videos disappear after 3 days.
To Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. While it initially will launch only in China,
its strong comparison to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. Its strong comparison to Snapchat and Tencent WeChat messaging app.
We'll see if the company decides to expand it more broadly.
While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if the company decides to expand it more broadly. While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if the company decides to expand it more broadly. How TikTok is climbing the download charts, taking on Snapchat and Twitter. A new app is taking off, and it could pose a big threat to Snapchat's core user base, according to an analyst report by MoffettNathanson, an independent sell-side research firm. TikTok, owned by China-based company ByteDance, allow users to create and share short-form videos similar to those on Snapchat and Vine, the app that Twitter purchased and ended up shutting down 2 years ago. TikTok has broad copyright agreements allowing users to create music videos in which they lip sync along to popular songs. While TikTok first launched in China in 2016 to help expand to the United States, the company purchased a similar app called Musical.ly and consolidated the two. Now TikTok boasts 5 million monthly active users, compared with Twitter's 326 million as of the end of its third quarter, While Snap doesn't report monthly metrics, the company announced 186 million daily active users in the third quarter, its second straight report of sequential declines. Given its focus on teens, we believe TikTok can pose a threat to Snap's core user base, Moffett-Nathanson's Michael Nathanson wrote in a recent note. TikTok's ambitions appear large, especially after its parent company ByteDance raised $3 billion in funding in October 2018, counting SoftBank as one of its investors. ByteDance recently announced it is rolling out a new video messaging app called Douyin, in which videos disappear after 3 days. It's drawn comparison to Snapchat and Tencent's WeChat messaging app. While it initially will launch only in China, we'll see if the company decides to expand it more broadly. Draw, straws, initial, draws, roll out, 推出 roll out 发布会。Count your blessing 往好处想。I count him among my closest friends. Series, sequel, a book movie, a sequel to the hit movie Madagascar. Matrix, 数据 Matrix, consolidate, unify, unite, merged, consolidate. Lip sync, shut down, 关张停业。Shut down, limp sick. Pose 因其产生姿态姿势 Pose a big threat too. You also spoke out against app stores and how they pose a big threat to internet freedom. Pause, take off. Of an idea, a product, etc. become successful or popular very quickly or suddenly. Take off. 脱掉起飞，匆匆离去，匆忙离开。He took off my wet boots and made me sit by the fire. Climb. 闭不发音 climb, go climbing. Climb up, climb to the top.
Estee Lauder downgraded by Piper Jaffray, who says teenagers are wearing less makeup.
Estee Lauder downgraded by Piper Jaffray, who says teenagers are wearing less makeup. Estee Lauder downgraded by Piper Jaffray, who says teenagers are wearing less makeup.
Estee Lauder was downgraded from overweight to neutral by Piper Jaffray, who says teenagers are wearing less makeup and changing their shopping habits.
Estee Lauder was downgraded from overweight to neutral by Piper Jaffray, who says teenagers are wearing less makeup and changing their shopping habits. Estee Lauder was downgraded from overweight to neutral by Piper Jaffray, who says teenagers are wearing less makeup and changing their shopping habits.
Cosmetic sales are soft due to a combination of beauty categories like skincare and hair care competing for customers.
Cosmetic sales are soft due to a combination of beauty categories like skincare and hair care competing for customers.
Shift to single-item multi-use products, and younger shoppers choosing minimal or no makeup, analysts said.
A shift to single-item multi-use products and younger shoppers choosing minimal or no makeup, analysts said. Cosmetic sales are soft due to a combination of beauty categories like skincare and hair care competing for customers. A shift to single-item multi-use products and younger shoppers choosing minimal or no makeup, analysts said.
The VSCO girl trend, which includes a more natural look that requires fewer beauty products, was the go-to look for teenagers heading back to school this year.
The VSCO girl trend, which includes a more natural look that requires fewer beauty products, was the go-to look for teenagers heading back to school this year, analysts Aaron Murphy and
Analysts Aaron Murphy and Eric Johnson said in a research note.
The VSCO girl trend, which includes a more natural look that requires fewer beauty products, was the go-to look for teenagers heading back to school this year, analysts Aaron Murphy and Eric Johnson said in a research year.
The trend is unusual, experts say, because it focuses on owning a specific set of products that encourages strong brand associations among teenagers.
The trend is unusual, experts say, because it focuses on owning a specific set of products that encourages strong brand associations among teenagers. The trend is unusual, experts say, because it focuses on owning a specific set of products that encourages strong brand association among teenagers.
The prestige cosmetics market, which includes brands like Estee Lauder's MAC and Bobbi Brown, has been soft since the end of 2017 and into 2018, according to data from the NPD Group.
The prestige cosmetic market, which includes brands like Estee Lauder, MAC, and Bobbi Brown, has been soft since the end of 2017 and into 2018, according to data from the NPD Group. In the second quarter of 2019, prestige makeup was down 4%. The prestige cosmetic market, which includes brands like Estee Lauder, MAC, and Bobbi Brown, has been soft since the end of 2017 and into 2018, according to data from the NPD Group.
Second quarter of 2019, prestige makeup was down 4%.
In the second quarter of 2019, prestige makeup was down 4%.
But the VSCO girl trend does not mean all is lost for Estee Lauder. Piper Jaffray noted.
But the VSCO girl trend does not mean all is lost for Estee Lauder. But the VSCO girl trend does not mean all is lost for Estee Lauder.
That the company's cosmetic retail sales in China remain strong despite trade tensions.
Piper Jaffray noted that the company's cosmetic retail sales in China remain strong despite trade tensions. Piper Jaffray noted that the company's cosmetic retail sales in China remain strong despite trade tensions. But the VSCO girl trend does not mean all is lost for Estee Lauder. Piper Jaffray noted that the company's cosmetic retail sales in China remain strong despite trade tensions.
China has been a big driver for the beauty industry for the past few years.
China has been a big driver for the beauty industry for the past few years. China has been a big driver for the beauty industry for the past few years.
A report from J.P. Morgan earlier this month found that China is expected to overtake the United States in beauty sales by 2023.
A report from J.P. Morgan earlier this month found that China is expected to overtake the United States in beauty sales by 2023. A report from J.P. Morgan earlier this month found that China is expected to overtake the United States in beauty sales by 2023.
Even if its current growth slows, and prestige cosmetic companies like Estee Lauder are benefiting.
Even if its current growth slows and prestige cosmetic companies like Estee Lauder are benefiting. Even if its current growth slows and prestige cosmetic companies like Estee Lauder are benefiting. A report from J.P. Morgan earlier this month found that China is expected to overtake the United States in beauty sales by 2023, even if its current growth slows, and prestige cosmetic companies like Estee Lauder are benefiting.
According to the report, as of June, Estee Lauder grew more than 40% in China over the past year.
According to the report, as of June, Estee Lauder grew more than 40% in China over the past year, on top of the
67% growth seen in the previous 12 months.
On top of the 67% growth seen in the previous 12 months, China has been a big driver for the beauty industry for the past few years. A report from J.P. Morgan earlier this month found that China is expected to overtake the United States in beauty sales by 2023, even if its current growth slows. The prestige cosmetic companies like Estee Lauder are benefiting. According to the report, as of June, Estee Lauder grew more than 40% in China over the past year, on top of the 67% growth seen in the previous 12 months. According to the report, as of June, Estee Lauder grew more than 40% in China over the past year, on top of the 67% growth seen in the previous 12 months.